Going on, guys? Give me a sec. Let me get everything set up. Get everything set up.
You like that?
All right, cool. Good to go, guys. Good to go. Got CPI coming out next few minutes, so we'll see how that goes. Bring that over here. Hope everybody is doing well this morning. Everybody's doing well. What are you buying if market rips up? You buy what you gotta buy, man. Do what you gotta do. Let's see. Market rips up. What do I like? Man, it's gonna be hard. I'll have to look around and see what's performing. Probably Nvidia. Probably would look to try to trade it. But what do you think about ASML stock? I haven't looked at it as of recent. ASML, that support 676. Yeah, really not doing much. You got support, so it's worth mentioning. But yeah, it's kind of basing down here. Not super interested right now. Sorry. Happy CPI day. Hey, happy CPI day, buddy. What time we got? 1 minute. Really just want to see what happens here. I mean, markets are looking for a reason to bounce right now, to be totally honest. So we'll see. Again, you get good data here. Could get us pushing up to 19,808 in the short term. To see a reaction from that point on, but short term, looking for a bounce here. Let us begin. Let us begin. Need to see next one CPI. There's nothing good. The CPI is going to pump the market. Let's see. Depends how much you get the move. How much of a move you get from CPI. But we still have an hour, so yeah. Still not super optimistic. Yeah, right there. Funny. Immediate push on CPI right into the level we talked about in yesterday's video, 1977. Probably going to push right here into 19,808, but this was just your previous low right there, so it makes logical sense. It's exactly what you expected. Getting above 19,808. We'll see what happens here. Let's get the data. It came in good, though. I mean, core lower than expected. I mean, dude, that was good. That is exactly what you want to see there. Everything came out much, much, much lower than expected. Yeah, I mean, dude, you can't. Impossible to complain about that, to be totally honest. So, really good data so far. Definitely what you want to see. Now, the question, though, is the reaction here. Like, this is the level we talked about. If you were in Discord, if you were in, or YouTube videos, this is exactly where you expected us to come into. Above 19,808, you're looking for 19.5, 19.95, and then 20,100. So, we'll see. Could be a really big green day, but again, we're just sitting at resistance as of right now. I'm curious more of stock, so yeah, Nvidia 113, AVGO 195, 196, Apple really not bouncing, Tesla $13. Good bounce there as well. Yeah. This is the question now, is how do you hold on? How do you get continuation from here? That is what you want to see right now. So far, you're not seeing much. So far, it's not much. No. Okay, so yeah. So definitely misspoke a little bit on the first video yesterday. So lower CPI rate means that what they're doing is working, and there's no real reason for the Fed to cut unless the market starts going through pain and you see overall growth declining, and then you see GDP or you see unemployment rising as well. You could even see this start to affect CPI and PPI in the next few months. But as of right now, CPI and PPI are on the way down, which is just the basis of inflation, true inflation, etc. It's all scaling down. So it's impossible. So it wouldn't make, not saying it's impossible. It doesn't make sense to expect the Fed to cut right now. There's no reason that they would need to cut. Like there's no area of the market that's telling them that, hey, we need to cut. Jobs don't look bad. Inflation data is going down. Everything that they need to happen is happening. This is a really good report. This is a really, really good report. That's worth mentioning. Like, couldn't have gone better. But the other part of this is there's no reason for the Fed to cut. And I would assume that you get more confirmation of that from Powell talking anytime today or tomorrow, or any Fed member. They said they don't want to. Now, what will lead to the Fed cutting early is going to be tariffs and these other things staying on the market. Now, eventually that will impact CPI and their other readings, like inflation. Again, not my words, it's other people's words. I want to be really clear. Inflation does cause inflation to rise. Inflation will raise prices of almost everything. So tariffs will raise the price of inflation. So, and basically anything and everything, especially goods that that are being tariffed. So very important. Which Mexico is a lot of food and agriculture, right? So very important. But this is the question: can we get back above 19,808? This was a big level, and ultimately, do we push back to 19.5? 19.5. Looks good until Trump hits the tariff button again. Yeah, dude. Like last night, I was looking at the news. I was like, I couldn't believe how much he's been talking about tariffs. It's like, dude, what is wrong with this guy? Like, it's been nonstop. Like Jesus Christ. There's no other word in his in his dictionary, right? WBA. What is that? Walgreens. I'm looking at Walgreens. Pass. Okay. Yeah, I want to let the market settle a little bit, then I'll go look more at equities, see where everything is at and how everything's moving. But yeah, some of these names don't look good. Good bounce here on Meta, dude. Meta's so tough. Like, we would have had such a good bounce here on Meta. You would have had an amazing bounce on Meta yesterday. It's just, you got no continuation yesterday, which was so bad. Yeah, Microsoft looks trash. Mid caps look pretty bleh. I think IWM still pretty much in the trenches. Yeah, just going straight down. Hit $200. Gross. Nvidia getting back above 113. Nvidia looks interesting. Nvidia gets buyers here. You might look for that gap fill to 117. Be around a 9%, 8% deal. If you get upside into 117, that's what I'd be looking for. But again, it's just all based off continuation if that happens. Pump and dump. Yeah, dude. That's another thing too you need to realize. If you just come back, and it's a very important thing to like be able to cope with and understand. And like, this is the problem that you're seeing on social media, is that people are running to the market with an extreme bias of, okay, like we have to bounce here. This is what's happening, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, dude, just like, why don't you sit back and react to what you're getting? And like right now, it's impossible for me to tell you like what's going to happen before market opens. I can't tell you, right? But like, if I can tell you right now, if we open up the market and we just start selling back down to 19.5, like, dude, I'm like, on NASDAQ, I'm like, that's probably the most bearish scenario that could happen. I mean, a very weak overall scenario. I don't care if people are like, oh, well, this is capitulation, whatever. I'm like, no, it's not. What are we talking about? Now, I will say nothing fundamentally has changed in the viewpoint of upside and downside of the market. And I still think you're looking for the same things for the downside continuation here, tariffs, etc. Which, again, tariffs haven't even started. Like, that's, to me, that's the most concerning part, is that tariffs haven't even started. They should be starting here, April. So we'll see. Baba holding up past couple of, Baba's been holding up basically this entire time. I like Baba a lot. You guys know that. Yeah, it's probably one of my most bullish equities out there right now. It's holding up despite the market pullback. Apple, no reaction. This is another thing. Like, here, I can clear off Apple's chart. Honestly, dude, Apple, Jesus Christ. Yeah, like, this is what I was saying in yesterday's video. It's like you're getting a lot of these names coming into major supports now. Like, I mean, and they start flipping. Like, this equities really give you a really good viewpoint of what's actually happening. Okay, and what do I mean by that? Like, looking at something like Apple, right? Here, let me drag that all the way there. You can actually see that level stems from right there. That was your all-time high when you broke up last, was that like June, July? Yeah, it was June. Yep. I remember that day. So this is just something that I look for in the market whenever we have, you know, you might be reversing, you're getting continuation, whatever you are looking for, right? Okay. Now, whenever you see the NASDAQ or something moving in a specific direction, right? And this is, I think this is a little bit more advanced or something that people can look too far into, but, you know, do what you gotta do, right? Now, when you start seeing the NASDAQ or the market bouncing, let's say Dow or ES, I don't care, right? And you're seeing specific indexes bouncing back up. But when you start to see a less of a reaction from equities, right? So like Apple here, definitely concerning. We'll talk about it in a second, but like that's really concerning. I go into Nvidia. Nvidia still looks decent. It's $5. Like, it's a good move right now, right? I'm not gonna discount that. But if Nvidia were to get below like 112 or just pull back, or everything in general just wasn't getting love from this, or like a lot, I mean, it's a 300-point upside move basically, right? Again, it would tell you that overall buyers aren't that strong in the market. Yeah, you might get a reaction, you might get a few names up, but like, you want to see overall continuation. That's the going theme. Like, looking here at Dow, I don't think you look good. I don't think this is something that's going to hold up. This is a great visual, a great viewpoint of this, right? You get an immediate gap up. You come back into your 41.97 level again, like right into the level we had mentioned, the previous low from January. Again, this is, you can just go mark this out. This is your swing low from that January dip. I think that's DeepSeek and all that shit that it came out. Look what happened. You just popped up, retested, and went straight back down. Like, I mean, that's literally 500 points. 250 up, 250 back down. So it's important to understand what's actually happening out there. Now, NQ slowly coming back down, but like, this is just what's happening in the other areas of the market. Again, ES, look at that. I mean, a 50-point move up, 50-point move right back down, right? And so that's what I'm saying, is like, you're not really seeing buying sticking, okay? Now, NASDAQ, again, we'll see what happens here, but so far, like, I'm just like, dude, not what you want to see. Like, you want to see buyers sticking to the market. Now, it's okay to get a pullback and get continuation back up, but I'm just saying, outside looking in, this is not really what you wanted to see. But yeah. Costco, I'll go over Costco and Walmart in a sec. How does Baidu look? I don't really care for Baidu as much. It's a decent Chinese name, but not a huge fan. Apple is cooked under 220. I agree. Like, I'm telling you, under 2, like, dude, I was just there. I went on that little rant. Dude, this is Apple. This is your, okay, so this is just relative, like what I'm looking at. So when Apple had your or this is when they announced like Apple AI, something about it right here, right? And you just went like crazy. You went from 196 back in June 2024. I mean, you shot straight up to 220. It was crazy. I mean, what a day, right? I remember that day. I made good money, one of my best trading days of this past year, and it was on Apple, so it was just really cool. Okay, that was that. Now, Apple is getting potentially below that level. You can see this clear support that's maintained since really October of this past year. If you start holding below that level, I don't see a world like in which this doesn't get ugly. I would target more towards like right here. Here, one sec. right? Like 215, 214.7, give or take, and then down towards 205, 206, closer to 200, right? And again, you're just seeing no support there. Like this is very concerning, right? AVGO is another one of those names, but AVGO is holding up, trying to break out of this little range that we mentioned. If AVGO gets below 180, like dude, 181, shit, not good. I'd be watching for AVGO to retest the 100 MA as well, but yeah. Any good news? People are panicking and mobbing. I don't see this bounce lasting. We'll see. I mean, again, there's no real point in like trying to predict. Like again, that's my personal opinion. You might make a quick buck, something like that, but like there's no point in like trying to just predict everything, for me at least, right? Most of the things for me, it's just reactionary, how we're moving from that. Like we start breaking back down. Obviously, we're seeing sellers from that point of view, from our spot there. Like, just react to what you're getting in front of you. Tesla thoughts. Tesla's getting a bounce and needs a bounce. Again, I'm not really looking as much on Tesla shorts right now. Tesla's went down like $200 from like when we started mentioning it. So awesome. But yeah, Tesla above like this 236.37. Not a surprise. You have a gap up here now to like 260. So we'll see. Not super interested in Tesla right now. I mentioned it yesterday. A lot of the stuff I mentioned in the YouTube videos about like what I'm interested in, what I'm not interested in, why. If something's dropped, $100 in a week, maybe, might be a little bit overextended to the downside. So yeah, am I gonna trade short Apple and win? I'll post it as always. I'll post all of my stuff inside Discord if I'm trading it, buying it, anything like that. Also, we'll post setups on Twitter as well. So I'll post charts, what I'm liking, thoughts on throughout the day as well. So I always post. But again, can't use my psychic powers to assume what's going to happen later and then make it an executed trade. But we'll say Apple does look bad below like 219.5, 220. It looks pretty terrible. One of the worst looking names out there right now. And you're not finding very many buyers, if any, here. I mean, Dow is still going down. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like this is the concerning part for me. Dow looks awful. Probably be looking for yesterday's highs, to be honest, right now on NQ. Where's yesterday's highs at? You're already in them. Pretty perfect, actually. Holy shit. Yeah. That's what I would have been watching price to come back into. Like 19.65. After this, you're looking back down pre-market highs from yesterday, which is really like around this area right here, which is where we really struggled at for a bulk of the day yesterday. 19.58. So I'd be looking for. So far, though. So far, so good. Just chilling. Chilling. If you have thoughts, make sure you ask while we're here, guys. I'll try to go over all the questions. But yeah. Currently where we are at. Not a lot, man. I really like Amazon as well. If Amazon gets back below your 200 SMA here, I like it to the downside. Been one of my more liked trades out there as well. What do you think is the most important thing that has to change for the market to become bullish again? Stability of Trump. I don't necessarily think you're going to get a stable Trump. That's like important to understand. I think once the Fed starts cutting, I think that'll be a pretty critical part of the market. I also don't know if we're going to get a bull market like we had with Biden. Like you need to understand that as well. So yeah, like you need to also really understand that. Like it's unlikely you get as bullish as a market that we had with Biden where things just steadily just went straight up. Might be an unpopular opinion. People might be like, what are you talking about? Like Trump is great for the market, like this or that. I'm just saying from the outside looking in, Trump was Biden, like nothing really ever changed with him. Like, you know what I mean? Like there was no change in agenda. Nothing ever seemed like, it just never seemed like anything was like changing. So the market was pretty steady and the market was just in a period of recovery from 2022. So yeah. And he wasn't doing anything really big on his economic policy or changing anything. So that was another crucial factor. Trump, I expect volatility. I expect up and down. I don't expect us to shoot up to all-time highs and just steadily move, right? That just doesn't really like sound like, logically taking a step back, does that sound like something that Trump would like bring, like stability and consistency? That's my opinion. But it's not like, I mean, again, people keep saying I'm political and this and that. I'm like, guys, I'm just telling you my opinion on how it is gonna impact the market. I mean, maybe I come across the wrong way. I don't know, but like, I could care less politically. So yeah. Apple looking weak, dude. It does look weak. Apple does look weak. Am I telling the truth? I don't know. Hope so. MicroStrategy gap at 280, then short that. There's MicroStrategy. 267. I'd be looking at, yeah, like 281. You reject there, that's what you want to see. Great example is like how you moved back here. Right? Yeah, gapped up, shot down. So it's really volatile, so be careful on Bitcoin and Bitcoin related stocks. You want to see Bitcoin hold below the 200 SMA. But yeah. I believe you're tired. I am pretty tired. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty tired today. I'm pretty exhausted today. Bring Biden back. At least the corpse was never rugged us. I do think that too. Like, I think that, like, yeah, I mean, we'll see. We will see. We'll see what happens here. I think there wasn't any policy. Like, there was nothing being done, right, with Biden. I think that Trump is trying to do certain things, whether you agree with them, you disagree with them. Like, this presidency, administration. So what I'm looking for, they're trying right now. They're trying to, like, do whatever they think is, like, best. Now, it's hurting the market short term, and it should. Tariffs aren't bullish, right? Now, long term, next 6 months, maybe it gets the Fed off neutral, maybe it gets them cutting rates, maybe they remove tariffs and trade improves. We'll see. That's all, like, theoretical things that can happen down the line. I mean, not bad. Let's see if we get back above 19.7 here on NQ. If you get back above 19.7, I'm pretty happy. I'd be fine with that. Meta's holding up still here. That's what you want to see as well. Tesla, I'm not trading Tesla. There's no way I'm trading. I mean, yeah, I'm probably not trading Tesla. AVGO, if it holds up, you're looking for 200, 201. Not terrible. Like, honestly, not the worst. NVIDIA, you want to see NVIDIA hold up. This is going to be one of your stories of the day. Can NVIDIA hold up? If NVIDIA holds up, you're looking for that move towards like 115.5 and then into the gap fill of 117. It wouldn't be getting too crazy, but that's 100% what you're looking for here on NVIDIA. Do not get crazy. Just be like, let it do its thing. I think Amazon, I don't want to go long on Amazon. Amazon above the 200 SMA, I can, like, understand the viewpoint. Below 204, I don't like it. Above 204.2, give or take, I'd look for the upside. I hate it. I just don't want to. AMD, nice long term. AMD's fucking ass long term. Thing is ass. I mean, it's been the best buying opportunity you're gonna get as of recent, but yeah, shit's ass. Netflix holding the 100 MA here as well. I can see Netflix coming back towards 940. Yeah, that previous all-time high. About $30 off of it from if you opened up right here, right now, to what I'd be looking at. I don't even have another level. Maybe your next level, 925, give or take. That's what I would look for. Netflix should get love, though, this morning. Definitely. The market holds up. Yeah, I mean, NQ is getting back above 19.7. Good. Not bad. Volume on NQ here, though, kind of ass. Pretty slow. Now I think you want to see. This is another thing too. I want to see volume today. If you're bouncing on the market, I want to see volume. I don't want to see a slow grind. I don't want to see a struggle. I want to see solid continuation. You don't want to see slow movement. You do not want to see it. Today should not be the day that you see the down, like, just a slow grind up, right? I always say you don't need good volume to get continuation, and you don't. But you want high volume today. If today's a bottom marker, or you're trying to get a good bounce and expect some more upside, you need to see higher volume. That is just what has to take place here. Rocket Lab, I don't care. I'm sorry, I'm not being mean. Just don't care. There was 117,000 volume on Tesla, 250 calls. Someone always knows. Do what you gotta do, man. Do what you gotta do. Also, options volume is much different than volume in the market. Just highlight that. But yeah, better balance here is what you wanted to see right now. SMCI. Yeah, I'm not going long on SMCI. You guys can do what you want to do. Above the 200 SMA, it's probably your opportunity, though. I mean, you held the 100, which is what you want. 100 and your 35. I mean, look at our levels. I don't even remember. Yeah, tough. Great hold, right? You get above $50, $51, I would look for the upside after that. That's when you got a lot of your upside, a lot of clean upside there, too. So, yeah. 44 is a big level, too, but you're opening at 44. What's the lesser evil, Intel or AMD? I think Intel is up. So, Intel was up last night off of some news that they had. I don't know. Maybe AMD. Probably AMD is better. Intel's gonna get bought though, or they're getting like stripped. Not stripped, but they're getting like, yeah, they're basically getting bought from AVGO, TSM, things like that. We'll see what happens there. I'm telling you gotta be watching NASDAQ today, all day. I'd be eyeballing NASDAQ all day long. I'm telling y'all. This movement you're getting to on futures has been phenomenal. If you're just short-term trading, I am telling you right now, the movement that you are getting on futures is some of the best action that you've had. That's what I will say. Like, is the market necessarily gonna, like, from a trading perspective? Biden, like, we just steadily went up, right? It was the ranges throughout the day were very small, everything like that. Dude, you have seen it's been a total flip of the script over the past, like, 2 months, right? Dude, volatility. I mean, look at the candles like you're getting. I was telling Discord this. I was like, dude, I can't even hold. I mean, holding like when you want to hold contracts overnight, I'm like, buddy, I can't even hold futures contracts throughout the day. You're getting 100-point candles back and forth. Like, what are we talking? I mean, this is the 1 minute. This is the 1 minute chart, guys. Like, I want this to be in perspective. And this is yesterday at 11 o'clock. At 11:03, you were at 19.4. By 11:14, you were down at 19.3. Yeah, 100 points in under 10 minutes. Like, dude, you're getting. I mean, which I'm not gonna. That's a great. Like, I love the movement. It's what I want to see. That's like, if you're scalping, like, you want fast movement. But when you're moving in a range and you're not getting just straight continuation, like we were getting great continuation basically last week into the beginning of this week, it was awesome. Like, Monday was great trading as well. When you're getting continuation, that's when you make a lot of your money for options. That's when you make a lot of your money on stocks. When you're going back and forth and you're not getting clear direction, you have to figure out where you're going to make your money. I don't like trading stocks when we're sitting in a range on NASDAQ. I don't want to move, and I don't want to trade NVIDIA like down $2 and back up $2. Like, that's not how I want to trade. I would rather trade futures that way because I can trade 50 points and be done for the day, right? I don't want to make 20% here, 15% there on NVIDIA. That's not, for me, a long-term winning, consistent strategy, right? So, how I think about that also. You're finding buyers, though. Your volume is declining, though. Your volume is declining. Yeah, your volume is. We'll see. Sorry. What broker do I use for funded trading? I have the discount code right here somewhere, so you can use the link. The link is down below for my funded futures. I'm also working with a new firm coming up pretty soon too. They haven't launched yet, so we're waiting. There's a bunch of us on working with them, so have that released pretty soon. But yeah, what year did you start trading? 2017. 2017 was the first. Again, I wouldn't really consider it trading, but like, it was my first like big, I guess, investment in like making money too. Made a bunch of money off of Litecoin, the first crypto run. Got really lucky. Yeah, never repeated it with crypto necessarily. Well, I mean, I made money with crypto later on, but last year I made good money with crypto. But yeah, just to that extent. Is it lit X exchange? What are you talking about? X exchange. Have you seen some big I don't know what you're talking about. What the question is. Yeah, I mean, on stocks or what? I mean, AMC was probably my best stock trade ever. Like, I don't see that ever like changing unless I find a true gem somewhere. Do you also do long terms or mostly swings and day trades? I mentioned long term, so I mean, like, it's not like my focus though at all. Yeah, good move here. Probably pushing back up in 1975. Not bad. Not bad. You want to see? It's definitely what you want to see here. Getting the volume though it's picking up a little bit. But remember, I want that to be very clear today. You want volume to pick up. Just whatever you do today. Just know, if you're moving up to 19,808, 19,8, getting continuation, trying to find buyers, you need volume to pick up. That is the necessity of the day. If you don't get volume picking up, it's going to be a long, long day. Yeah, you're just not getting continuation here either. Zilch. We'll see. Question. He said, since 2017, a lot happened. I mean, I've been here on the channel for a lot of it since 2020, 2021. So yeah. Does CPI data go with what you said yesterday, in which is imply that we may sell off because no rate cuts, the data is too good? I mean, again, it's hard for me to relay some of my thoughts because, again, people might run with one part of what I say and then ignore the rest of it. So, I mean, it is what it is. But I already covered it too in the beginning of this video. So, I mean, no matter what, I don't think this doesn't mean anything for rate cuts, in my opinion, right now. Personal opinion. I still think rate cuts are unlikely. You're just grinding 90 EMA on the fucking 1 minute. Pretty tough. Pretty tough so far. Do you still think that? I mean, I still don't think we're gonna get rate cuts. No. I'll make a video on it later too. I don't really see any other questions here either. But yeah, really today, what I'm really watching here is NASDAQ as we go into market open. Kind of getting into 114 here on NVIDIA, AVGO 198. This is gonna hit 200. Should hit 200. Very likely. Amazon, you're above your 200 SMA. You like that a lot here. Hard to not like that. Reddit back into 131. Pretty tough. Microsoft 383. That's lackluster. You don't really care about that. Meta 620. Yeah, above 620, you look good. Above 620, you're probably looking towards, on the high end, 638. You have a few little levels in here now, but not a huge fan. Yeah, probably like, I'd be looking towards 629 first. Then all the way into 638. You're holding up here on NQ. NQ is doing well. NQ is doing well. Let's try. Again, it's just like the problem is going to be like the question of buyers. That is the big question right now for me. Can buyers stay in the market, stay aggressive? PLTR, where's it at? Needs to get above 86-ish. Above 86, we can talk about upside. Until then, I'd be really careful. I wouldn't be YOLOing, wouldn't be getting crazy. 86 is what I'd be looking. 85, 86. 86 to be safe. Yeah. For sure what I'd be looking for there. PLTR. No confirmations. One tweet screws everything. I agree. I mean, I don't think Trump is going to be mentioned. I mean, who knows? Like, yeah, like I said in yesterday's video, I don't know. When it comes to Trump with the tariffs, you don't know what he's going to say, when he's going to say it. I'll be very clear about that. So we will see. But yeah, we will see. No worries, Mark. Time is it? 8 o'clock. He's You get on 50% on Temu. Do you imagine? 50% on China. Let's do the NASDAQ real quick. Yeah. Sec. I hate adding like intraday levels that aren't that important. Like yesterday's resistance. I don't like adding this, but it's like you have to add it because you struggled here yesterday. You know what I mean? So it's so sometimes Discord gets a little confused because this level is not going to remain here. That's for sure. Good hold here though on NQ. Let's keep it simple though. Might have a lot of levels in here. Pre-market looking good, but Apple, yeah, it's not doing anything. It's a long rundown today. That's a long one. That is a long one. Probably won't be here too much longer, guys. If you have questions, make sure you ask them while we're here. Dude, I'm telling you, like ES and Dow. You're bouncing, don't get me wrong, but yeah. Lackluster to say the least. Yeah. Some of these I don't even want to break down. I mean, Dow, you're holding your level. It's a good thing right now. That is the good thing. Puts are cooked. Yeah, having puts overnight here didn't seem like it made a lot of sense. Did not seem like a logical thing to do to have puts overnight in the CPI. Especially when you were trying to bounce basically all day yesterday. Best of luck, though. Bad gamble. Not the move. How's volume here? I'll take a few more questions, guys. I'm gonna hop off. Get ready for the day. Ugh. Your volume just declined since this entire move started. Pretty wild. Not what you want to see. This pop get faded, tried by bulls. I agree. AVGO below 195. Would you short it? 185. So I'd really look for. And then 185, then 180. The day live stream great. Thanks, Inky. I appreciate it, man. Or woman. What time zone, man? Central. Chicago time. Texas time. Have a great day. Hey, appreciate you, man. All right, guys. Have a good one. Video is coming out later. Probably only one video today. But yeah, have a good one. YouTube, Twitter, or Twitter link, Discord link, all that below as well. See you guys later.